Hi guys, thanks for joining me in today's lesson. This is going to be the final lesson of the series of daily lessons that I've been producing in order to promote my Indiegogo campaign. It's been an incredible journey so far, and there's under 24 hours left for it to run, and if you haven't done so already, please check it out. If you've been enjoying these, it would be just amazing if you could pre-order a digital copy of the album, or even more if you'd like to. That'd be absolutely incredible. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about essentially ways in which you can make your jazz, blues playing, whatever, more sophisticated without the need for extra special notes or scales. Every few months a new product will come out and it will say, jazz up your blues, and it will be use this scale, check out using this note, use this superimposition. This is all very, very useful stuff, extremely valid, absolutely essential if you're going to be going down that route. But it just seems to me that is the preoccupation with these lessons. I've made some, we've all done it, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to sound for a moment like that's what I'm saying. I want to be very clear about that. But we don't usually look at rhythm or repetition as a way in which we can achieve a similar goal. So the idea being that we're sort of creating tension and excitement and drama in what we're doing. Now what I'm doing just now might not sound very exciting or dramatic, but we'll just talk you through some ways in which you can get on the way to building up your kind of rhythmic variations using simple motifs to create drama in your solo. So we can take the first three notes off the Postman Pat theme. Postman Pat is a British kids animation. So here goes. Okay, so for our purposes that's... So I'm going to put a metronome on, and what I'm going to do, obviously being a three-note pattern, this can work as triplets. But we're not going to be talking about triplets just for now. We're going to be talking about using the 16th note grid. So what is the 16th note grid? The 16th note grid is, well, every beat in most tempos can be divided into 16ths. There are complications when we're talking about shuffles or swung music in general, but we're just going to be talking about straight 16th beats here. So I'll put a metronome on and I'll talk you through what those 16th note divisions are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So did you hear that each beat contained 4 subdivisions? So 1E and a. Right, so we're going to be looking at moving this simple phrase around the beat. We're going to be moving that around the beat using a starting point of a different subdivision. So it got a bit confusing. So 1, 2, on the downbeat. Then we can move it onto the second beat. So we're going to be starting on the 1E, 1E, 2E. And then we're going to put it in the middle of the beat, so on the and. So and. 3, 4. Then we're going to start on the last division of the beat. So not too much there to sort of get excited about, but it gets us thinking in ways in which we can start messing with this material and doing something exciting with it. And it needn't be so repetitive or prescribed. You could just move it around organically, try with triplets, try phasing the triplets, try using stuff that kind of creates a sense of expectation and then you shift it a bit. I'm going to just try doing some improvisation here. This could all go terribly wrong, but I'm going to try to kind of do something interesting using the 16th note grid. I won't necessarily play the 3 notes together, I might split them up a bit. But here we go. So I tried there with a bit of a triplet flavour as well. But yeah, as you can hear, there's a lot of room for quite exciting music in that. And when you get more comfortable with the sound, I mean that's quite an awkward tempo, but when you're more comfortable with the sound, that can be a really exciting thing to put into your solo. And similarly, with that, the thing that we didn't talk about really is where you place the accent, because you could have ba-da-da or you could have ba-da-da, even though it's on the same beat. The accent displaces the feel a little bit. So all of that stuff is worth experimenting with, and it sounds pretty climactic done well. The absolute master of this is Scott Henderson, who is a player that I greatly admire. Anyway, that's it for this this round of lessons. Gosh, it's been quite a journey. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to put out another video today, just as a final appeal, but real heartfelt thanks for checking these out. It really does mean the world to me, and I hope to produce an amazing album for you guys. Cheers.